Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial and I'm going to be using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist palette. This palette is super colorful, so I didn't think I was going to dig it as much as I do, but I ended up playing with it one day and I was pleasantly surprised that I loved it. I Snapchatted a few videos wearing this makeup look. You guys loved it and wanted a tutorial, so here it is. I'm going to recreate it for you guys today, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to my lids. This is just going to give us like a nice even eyeshadow base, and it's going to make all the bright colors appear even brighter. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and set my base using Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow, and this is in the shade Blanc. And I'm just taking a large shadow brush and sweeping that over the base so our blending is a lot easier. All right, so the only eyeshadow that I'm not really using from the palette is going to be this one. It's also by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Sienna. And I'm taking my Morphe M441 and I'm just gonna use this as my transition shade in the crease. And we're not doing winged liner today with this look because I didn't wear it when I showed you guys the look on Snapchat, so I'm keeping the shape pretty round. Feel free to flick it out if you prefer and you wanna do a wing. So next, I lied, I'm gonna actually use another eyeshadow from Anastasia because I wanna blend this out just a little bit. It's Orange Soda. A similar color is Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek, if you guys have that. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that and then lightly diffuse the edges here. I'm sorry, I kind of already started doing it on this eye and then I realized I wasn't filming, so just basically lightly buffing it all out so it looks really smoky. So now going into the new Artist palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to deepen the crease using Blue Velvet right over here. And I'm just using my MAC 217 brush for this. So we're just really defining the socket with this. So when you do looks that have a really bright lid, you want to make sure to do the crease work first, because if you do the lid and then the crease, you're basically just going to make it all muddy and the lid color will just start fading and you're going to have to like repack it on. So that's why my tutorials that require a lot of blending in the crease, I always do my crease first. Next, I'm taking Coal from the palette, which is a nice coal color. Because the lid is going to be really bright, we need to define the crease a little bit more than usual, so I'm just taking a tiny bit of black, blending it in. Next, I'm taking Punch Fuchsia, and I'm actually going to blend this in the inner crease of our eye. I'm just going to really pop it in there. I've been really into placing eyeshadows in this area here lately. I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. You can see the difference. It really like warms up the eyes and kind of just adds like a magical unicorn touch to it, I would say. All right, so for the eye base, when I did this look, I used only black, just a black gel liner, which you guys could totally do, but I want the blue to stand out just a little bit more, so I think I'm gonna mix these two eyeshadow bases. This one is AZURE by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this one is Jet, so I'm just gonna kind of take a little bit of both and apply those to my lid with a synthetic brush. And the brush I'm using for this is a Morphe G15. Anytime I use bright colors, I like to use a similar base for underneath it, just because throughout the day, if the eyeshadow fades, you don't want it to fade into like skin color. I would rather it fade into something similar so it doesn't look all blotchy. So now we're gonna go back into the palette and I'm gonna take this really pretty unicorn color, it's actually called Unicorn, and just pack that all over the lid. I'm using a little tiny detail brush from MAC, it's the 228 brush. So before we finish off the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer. You wanna do this after the eyeshadows because these bright colors may fall right here and then you're just gonna look gracy. So I'm just gonna apply my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Medium Light. Give a nice little triangle. Right here too, in these little deep crevices. To blend out my concealer, I'm gonna use my Real Techniques brush. This is the sculpting brush. It just has a really nice angle, so I like it. And you don't wanna rub, just do patting motions. And I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. blush brush and Banana from Anastasia Beverly Hills and set my under eye concealer real quick before I finish off the eye look. So for the under eye, I'm just gonna go ahead and line my waterline with my Inglot gel liner. This is just in the color 77, which is also known as black. And I'm using my Morphe angled brush. All right, so I just put the black gel liner under my eyes, and now I'm gonna blend it out with Sienna, same eyeshadow we used in the crease. I'm just gonna use this Smashbox little angled brush. This is the double exposure brush, came in my little palette. And then I'm gonna take that angled brush with a little bit of the black eyeshadow, the coal color, and just apply a little bit more of that on the outer corners of my lower lash line to really smoke it out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of that Punch Fuchsia to the inner part of this eye look as well. All right, and then for the inner corner highlight, I'm just gonna go ahead and use Electro. This is also by Anastasia. And I'm gonna pop that in the inner corner of my eye as a highlight. All right, guys, so I'm using a new pair of lashes today. I'm using House of Lashes Iconic. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some bottom lashes off camera. These are the House of Lashes Precious bottom lashes. All right, so these are the eyes done. Now we're just gonna finish off the face. I already applied my foundation. I used this new foundation. It's the EX1. This is in the shade 300, F300. So I already used this, and you guys saw my concealer. So now we're just gonna go ahead and bronze the skin. I'm gonna use this new bronzer by Makeup Forever. It is called the Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 351, I believe. So I'm just gonna warm up my skin with this. And I'm using the MAC 160. Bronze, girl, bronze. Okay, so next I'm gonna contour using my Anastasia contour kit, of course. I'm just gonna kind of mix some of these colors together and contour a bit. Gotta get them high cheekbones. Yes. And I'm also gonna contour my nose slightly, just ever so slightly. Applying a little bit of the banana powder from the contour kit down the center of the nose just to make it look perfectly straight. All right, so now to highlight the skin, I'm gonna use my Mary-LouManizer by the Balm. And I'm using my MAC 224 brush. I've been using this to highlight lately because it's fluffy and it fits right in this little area right here. So I just kind of circular motions just to get right at the top of the cheekbone. You guys know I love that highlight. I'm also gonna place a little bit of that right above the brow. And then I'm also gonna place a little bit of that on the tip of my nose. Is it Mom? Mom! It's my mom. So for blush, I'm just gonna use one of my favorites. This is MAC Cosmetics Peaches Blush. I make this weird face when I apply blush, like, but it just gives you like the perfect apple. And then to really set the highlight and make everything nice and luminous, I like to spray Fix Plus just in these areas where I put the highlight because it makes it more highlighty. I think I'm gonna also apply a little bit of the highlighter on the Cupid's bow. So I'm gonna line my lips quickly with this lip liner from LA Girl. It's called Natural. So for the lips, I'm gonna go with Nude. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Undressed. It's a beautiful lip gloss that's basically a liquid lipstick because it's super pigmented. All right guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And yeah, follow me on Snapchat and Instagram if you aren't already. I'll link everything down below in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my what the hell am I saying? Using the new Chingada. My nails look good though, right?